Today we've got an insane lineup of Karens and Kevins losing their temper in court and instantly regretting it when the judge puts them in their place. This Kevin had an outburst after hearing his sentence and had to be escorted away.
Have the ability to pay restitution.
Your courtroom, you racist. Your courtroom, man. You racist as You racist as Nigga, 22 years. Racist as You ain't shit. Gay Sturgeon, Lisa Sturgeon told me about that bullshit.
Actually, you know what? Remember when the that you had were some of the more.
You never gave me probation.
Wait a minute.
You never gave me a chance.
When I said that you had a certain amount of remorse, I was mistaken. The court determines that maximum imprisonment is needed. So it's 11 years on count 1 and 11 years on count 3.
Calm down, bro. Let me up the courtroom, man. Take him out. Hey, just take him out. Just take him out. Get out of here. You racist. Get out of here. You racist as Hey, take him out, please. Hey, take him out, please. I love you, bro. I love you, man. Don't worry. I love you, Chad.
So it's 28 years with credit for 231 days.
I don't want to hear it, man. Let me out. Let's go. Let me out.
Hold on.
I don't want to hear it. Go. Let me out. Let him go. Let me out. Let's take him out. Let me out, man. I swear to God. Does counsel waive the
client's presence for the remainder of the advisements I have to give?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can take them.
You are a gangster. Hey, thank you, James. I love you. Thank you, sir.
Court determines that the defendant has shown no remorse whatsoever. I was giving him remorse. A certain amount of remorse in mitigation of the sentence. The defendant has shown me that he has no remorse whatsoever. And
this judge absolutely loses it and yells at the defendant.
Home on the front page. Shut up! Did I tell you to speak? My wife is disabled. She's there alone. And you disgusting piece of our picture of my house. Because of you, my wife is there alone. My house has been vandalized 4 times. You realize that, of course, because I'm sure you're probably in on it laughing about it. I swear to you, you're responsible. You are responsible. I'm holding you personally responsible for anything that happens at my house. I promise you. I promise you. If I so much as see somebody breaking at my home, my wife, my family, you and me are going to have a problem. It's disgraceful that you and your little buddies do not have the guts, the integrity, just the human decency. But no, you got to threaten my family now. Well, buddy, it's personal. It is personal. You have threatened my family, and I promise you, you will not hear the end of it from me. In fact, I'm going to recuse. I'm too angry to even be appropriate in this case. I'm sorry. I cannot tolerate that circumstance. I mean, forgive me, but you know, when you threaten my family, you know, I put up with a lot in this job, but I'm not going to put up with that. You're personally responsible. Please understand that. I will resign this bench. And I will personally see to it that you never see a free day in your life. You understand that? You're going to jail. I swear to God.
This Kevin decided to join the court call while driving with a suspended license.
Corey Harris.
Conrad Tiller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Tate for Mr. Harris, who should be present via Zoom.
Great. You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter, up possibly 2 to 4 weeks if the court would allow.
Okay. So maybe I don't understand.
Hello?
1 minute, Mr. Harris.
I don't even know why he would do that. So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Harris, I'll be giving you a call.
Well, this Karen just dug her own grave here.
Facts of a crime to lead to a car frisk or a arrest. Because they need that in order to arrest us, and there is none. There is no specific and articulate facts of a crime to lead to a car frisk or an arrest. There's nothing. You guys don't have it because it doesn't exist because we're not criminals. No, but when the officers started getting scary, I locked the doors.
You locked the doors, and you stayed in your car for a half an hour, is that right?
Begging them for due process, absolutely. But I would not give due process and look up the code.
Did you resist arrest?
In no way, shape, or form did I resist arrest. That's why Officer B told me I could leave with identification.
When they pulled you out of the vehicle, did you resist what they were trying to ask you to do?
Absolutely not.
Did you resist their commands?
Absolutely not. Officer B said I may leave with identification.
Are you resisting right there? Their commands?
I'm asking them what they're doing.
How many officers does it take is holding you down right there? Are there 4
I'm
officers
seeing them all
there?
have their hands off me, so I'm seeing 4 around me, but I'm not seeing 4 pushing on me at all. I'm seeing
Are
1.
there 4 officers right there?
There's 4 officers standing around me, but they're not
And this is
pushing.
after you've been in the car for 30 minutes, is that correct?
Begging for due process, absolutely.
On the back of my license, on the back of the car, that was written down.
Saw some numbers on a piece of paper.
Do you know what those numbers are?
Nope.
Do you know the law?
Yes.
Apparently not.
Do you know what the term jurisprudence means?
I've heard some
Objection
of
or
that.
relevance, Your Honor? Sustained.
Was I forcefully trying to get away?
No, you was being moved from the vehicle that you wouldn't get out.
I was not forcefully trying to get away. Is that resisting of arrest for not forcefully trying to get away?
Yeah, your actions was still resisting arrest.
Officer, no, you're saying that you do not know what the code the code that was affixed to the vehicle means, which means that you might have violated the law.
Objection, calls for legal.
Okay?
Sustained.
You don't know what the law means then on that.
Objection.
Sustained.
Okay. When you were in the hallway, and you were talking to an officer, did you assume facts not in evidence about my state of mind, my beliefs?
Objection, calls for legal conclusion.
Yeah.
Did that what now?
Did you assume facts that were not in evidence concerning my state of mind and my beliefs? Saying that I believe something about...
He said no.
Okay. Well, clearly we've got an issue in the truth here.
Objection.
No specific and articulable facts of a crime that I have committed. The Secretary of State, the UCC office told me for an hour that I have the right to claim my natural rights as a human being under common law, under God's law, which is the jurisdiction under a UCC remedy, which I did inform the police before all this, that they do not recognize the law, even though the code says any conflicting code is invalid. We do not understand how we could be arrested with no crime or no due process. There is no injured party. I'm an extremely law-abiding citizen. I'm a peaceful man. I do not have any history of crimes nor violence under me. I'm completely vegetarian. I won't even an animal to eat it. I believe that I love all sentient human beings and all sentient beings on this land, God's creatures.
This Kevin lawyer storms away after an argument with a judge.
Right now, without the elected county prosecutor who's on this case.
But she chose not to be here.
That's not accurate, Judge.
Okay, okay, your objection's noted.
We had a phone status conference 2 weeks ago in which Ms. Schiffel...
Your objection is noted. Okay?
I'm not going to participate in this proceeding without the elected county prosecutor. I think this is a sham that you're going forward. When the court was...
You're going to sit here. You're going to sit here.
You were told about her unavailability and specifically told her on the phone not to cancel that appointment, that it wouldn't be a problem.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you want to be here for the decision, that's your business.
Well, Your Honor, I think this is outrageous. You're going forward without the prosecutor.
I prepared my remarks and my decision here today, and I am, I guess, I am glad I had the opportunity to spend the night to do some deliberation on this matter and think about it.
This Kevin lawyer was put in his place after he disagreed with the judge.
Then we'll have some problems.
I understand, but you're asking what you have to find the statement for. I'm telling you the statement was made.
It doesn't work that way, Mr. Steele. I'm sorry.
It does work that way.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. And you haven't presented any case law to tell me how to do that. And I'm telling you, as the judge presiding over this case, if you do that, it's misconduct.
I'm not doing anything.
I'm telling you right now.
I don't know what you're telling me. I'm not.
I am telling you, you have no good faith basis at this point in time to ask that question right now or to intimate that.
I didn't ask any question. You are listening to the district attorney above. I'm ready to cross-examine. I'm going to play the recording you just heard. This gentleman tells me on recording that he was at the hospital speaking with law enforcement. I want that. It is backed up because on recording, 6 days after the crash into that side of the building, Your Honor, Detective Quinn and Mr. Bean are talking about the statement that Mr. Bean made prior. I don't have it. And when the court asked me, well, you got to find it, or if I find it, it wasn't given over.
Then we'll have some problems. Then we'll have some issues.
I have some issues now. I've been begging for it. The state's supposed to give this.
Let me ask, hold on, Monsieur. Okay, stop for a second. Miss Love, have you inquired of Detective Quinn where this other statement may be?
Judge, that's just it. Mr. Steele is literally manufacturing evidence. There is no other statement. I have asked whether or not there was a statement. I asked Tracy Lewis at the hospital. Let me be real clear because he keeps conflating stuff. Adrian Bean never told Detective Quinn that he made a statement at the hospital. I have his transcript.
Okay, but we don't know where he made the statement, and also he's lied. So we don't know what he lied about either.
Your Honor, to be very clear, there's no statement. I have asked Detective Lewis. They can ask Detective Lewis. She never talked to him. Okay. Detective Quinn, who is the only person, it's not just police, the only person Adrian Bean asserts to Brian Steele in this recording that he gave us, this 10-minute recording, he said, I spoke to Detective Quinn.
This Kevin was thrown out of the court after he tried to act smart with the judge.
On a pure business level.
Wait, you're right, we haven't finished with April. In your letter...
Nor have we addressed privity.
Hold on a second, honey. I'm counselor. I am directing these proceedings.
And I'm Doctor, not Honey.
I'm sorry?
And I'm Dr. McCaffrey and not Honey. Appreciate it.
You were Dr. McCaffrey?
I am indeed.
Would you rather I call you counselor, doctor, or anything else?
How about Dr. McCaffrey, Your Honor? It creates a tone of respect.
Where I'm from, you sort of got to earn that.
Guess what? Where I'm from...
Purchase is supposed to be a happy day in your life. This is like financial security for you for quite some time. And instead, you gotta jerk around with this for the next year.
Watch yourself,
Okay?
Your Honor.
Get out of my courtroom! Get
Pleasure. A pleasure.
out!
Thank you.
No, oh no, he's not moving fast enough, Douglas.
If Douglas touches
Ouch!
me, you will not be happy, Your Honor.
You know what? If Douglas beats...
This Kevin showed up to the court call with a pretty unusual name, and the judge was not happy at all.
Good morning, sir. What's your name?
Me?
Yeah, you. Yes.
Nathaniel Saxon, sir.
Your name's not Butt 3000, you yo-ho. Logging into my court with that as your screen name.
Why
We'll
would that?
discuss that in a little bit. What kind of idiot logs into court like that? What's your name again?
Nathaniel Saxton, sir, but I don't believe that I typed anything like that in.
Well, that's what it says.
Why,
We'll
I
discuss
apologize.
that in a bit.
That should not be.
Yeah, you should. I'll put you in the waiting room. You can sit in limbo for a while and think about what you call yourself online. Mr. Grossnickel, could you take your hat off, please? All right, he missed an earlier date, but he's here now. All right, good morning, everyone. We've got everybody with a name. You're all here. Mr. Saxon back in.
Your Honor.
Yes?
If I may explain, my sister was the one that set up my Zoom account or whatever. But is my iPhone pairing name for my Bluetooth speaker, sir. It's an inside joke. It's not what you think. I'm embarrassed. I'm sorry.
Well, you should be. All right, we'll come back to you in a bit. Let's take care of some of yours, Mr. Barnes. We have Michael Owen.
This Karen judge was found driving while drunk, and she wasn't too happy when she was arrested.
Have a seat.
No.
Rebecca, listen, this whole thing is being recorded. Do not do something you are going to regret tomorrow.
Larry Limbert is actually...
Have a seat so we can do our job.
Larry
I'm not going to call anybody yet, okay? We have stuff we have to do. Will you please have a seat? You're trying to walk out the door and you're almost falling down. Can you please have a seat?
I'm not falling down.
Have a
Call Larry Limbert.
Rebecca, I will put you in one of the cells if you
Okay,
do not. I'm
call
trying
Larry
to really
Limbert now.
Have a seat.
Call him now. Call him now.
This judge gives a ridiculous statement in court.
That's like going out onto the field with the New York Yankees and you've never even learned how to play baseball.
That's fine.
So I'm not going to do that. You're going to have an attorney assist you in this matter. I'm not going to let him fly solo and walk into a court of law and try to practice law when he hasn't even finished high school.
I just wanted to say I'm guilty. That's all. Just take what I get.
We're sending it over to Tuesday.
This dude couldn't believe his prison sentence.
No unsupervised contact with the minors. Court will give you credit for any time served, and the court will request the therapeutic community. Did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you sign it?
Yes.
All right. You do have a limited right to appeal, and that right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were on deferred adjudication. Do you understand? All right. Good luck to you. We can go off the record. Here's the thing. I can't force them to place you in the therapeutic community. You'll have to request that. And then it's completely up to them whether or not they place you in the therapeutic community.
Your Honor. What was the consequence again?
Oh, you're going to prison for 8 years.
I'm going to prison for 8 years.
Yes.
And that's the done deal.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Good luck to you. Okay.
This woman thought that she could fool the judge, but was shocked to hear her sentence.
Do things for myself. And I don't I like coffee again. I don't know, just things I've been drinking a lot of water. There's just a lot of things I wasn't doing before that like I've been doing since I've been in here. So I haven't been.
Ma'am, part of the concern, right, is when you get out, how are you going to continue to do stuff? Right? That's part of what treatment is, and you don't think you need treatment. So
I've been to court 7 times. I've been to treatment like 7 times. I don't know. I know how to work the program. I know to go to a meeting when I need to. I know there's just different times. I know.
So you go through the motion, you go through the motions. So you just go through the motions, you don't really receive what it is that you're getting.
I really think I've learned a different way. I've been incarcerated this time, yeah. It's I don't know. It's just it feels different. It feels really different. I'm willing to go any probation that you need me to, but, you know,
Judge, we're ready to hear the sentencing. We are ready to proceed, Judge.
Yes, no, man, you're not getting probation, I can tell you that much. The court's going to, on 23405, the court's going to adopt the recommendation, revoke probation, close the case without improvement, $50 probation violation fee, 60 days jail. On 23739, the court's going to adopt the recommendation. Your under advisement status is revoked, your probation is revoked, $50 probation violation fee, 60 days jail. The court will know that will be served concurrent. And then the court's going to also order on 232479, the court's going to order 93 days jail. Credit for your 15 days.
This Karen just can't stop interrupting the judge.
People versus Amanda Marion Jewell. Is that you?
Yes, it is.
I'm Judge Middleton. I'm here at the courthouse.
Mr. Middleton.
Your attorney.
I'm here today.
What's that?
I'm kind of curious why I'm here today. I was pretty sure I served my sentence out.
You never showed up for the sentence.
I was pretty sure I was released to, and I served my entire sentence for the entire in 2022.
That might have been in front of Judge Stutzman, but in this case,
it was
file 212545.
You were the judge in the case.
All right. Well, in this case, you're charged with illegal entry.
Here, correct?
Yes. And the matter was set for sentencing.
I thought I'd already served my sentence.
On August 31st.
I thought that's when I got out. 2022. I was here for like 60 days.
Let's go through the history of this. Ms. Casey Strong is here with us from the public defender staff. And she, I asked her to come in. All right, let's go back. On December 21st, you allegedly illegally entered a.
So in 2022, I was picked up and served the rest of the
Just wait. I'm going through this.
Okay.
You got arrested and posted a bond in January of 2022.
Yep.
Attorney Timothy George was appointed to represent you, but he had a conflict, and the attorney then became Rhonda Ives. On July 13th of 2022, you got arrested for failing to appear, and you pled not guilty again. So I set the matter for an attorney pretrial for August 5th. Of 2022. You pled guilty to the charge on August 5th. So you trespassed on the house, that Jamison Norman owned and allegedly trashed the place. You were in jail for 25 days. I gave you a PR bond and set the matter for sentencing for September 12th, which you promptly never appeared again whatsoever. So your bluster this morning is wasted. You were in jail for 25 days. You entered a plea. I let you out of jail, and you never showed up for the sentence. You never got sentenced.
I never got any notice to appear.
I told you in the courtroom. I may have even given you something. I told you the matter was set for sentencing on September 12th of 2022. I asked for victim input and a police report. Miss Norman was watching this house for her grandmother and contended that you or others trashed the place. So I set the matter for sentencing. I let you out of jail, and you paid me back by never showing up again.
I don't remember ever getting a notice to appear after.
I told you in the courtroom what the day was to be here.
I physically did not have a sheet that said I needed to return to the court.
Well, we sent it, which is the address that you gave me in the courtroom.
Well,
that was mailed to that address on August 31st.
No longer, I cannot receive mail there.
This next judge called out this Karen for being cool.
16. That's when their mother passed away. Our father had moved on in another relationship.
That's pretty cruel, Miss Smith. I don't think you understand life, Miss Smith.
This Kevin lawyer really thought that he could change the judge's mind.
Incident in this matter where there were no allegations of wrongdoing. Mr. Smith was proactive in looking out and getting a booked therapy appointment, which he would like to get back to. We'd be asking for a cash bond that Mr. Smith can afford because we do not believe he is a danger to the community or a flight risk. We'd ask for a $2,500 10% cash bond in this matter, Judge.
Response. Your Honor, we originally requested a $75,000 cash surety in this case, and we were given $75,000 with 10% privilege. This is a case that was completely captured on video. The defendant is a teacher at was a teacher at Ypsilanti High School. The victim in this case is a 14-year-old student. Here, the victim and the defendant appear to have gotten into a verbal argument. At one point, the defendant instructed the victim to do push-ups. The victim told the defendant that he was unable to do so because he had a wrist injury. And then at that point, the defendant got in the 14-year-old's face and said, "That's some." The defendant then followed the victim as he started to walk away. And at that point, he strangles him for several seconds with the sleeve of his sweatshirt. It was only when two teachers walked up and intervened that this concluded. The whole thing is on is on video. And aside from the physical acts of the defendant, what is extremely concerning is that in his own words, in his statement to law enforcement, when asked what happened, he said he had a headache and he snapped and he knew it wasn't right. So I'm significantly concerned based off of the nature of the physical acts, which were all caught on video, but also the defendant's own admissions here about what exactly happened.
May I have a brief rebuttal, Your Honor? Even with the series,
there was a 14-year-old, he was a teacher, and there was a strangulation.
Those are the allegations, Your Honor.
Yeah, go ahead with your response.
Even with the seriousness of these allegations, we fully recognize the seriousness. I think the guideline argument remains that this still is a presumptive probation. And I think to the danger of the community, I think the 14 days between between the incident and arrest where there was no court order in place, where there's no allegations of wrongdoing, speak to the danger of the community that Mr. Smith is. And I believe that that danger can be mitigated with reasonable terms of bonds, such as possibly a tether or a cash bond that he may afford which we would ask for 2,500, 10%, Your Honor.
There's a 75,000, 10% bond.
I understand, Judge.
They didn't request that I raise it. I actually should raise it, given what I've heard. I will not. However, your motion for bond reduction is denied.
Your Honor, would you consider release if he was to live at his mother's house rather than by himself in Ypsilanti as a condition of bond?
Did I thought I ordered something.
I was just asking if it would sway your decision at all, Your Honor.
No, when I'm done, I'm done.
Fair enough, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This Kevin tried to attack the judge because he didn't like what he was hearing.
Don't do this. Hey, where's Mary Kate? Is she okay? Hey. Hey, radio somebody? Give me all the arm. Radio somebody. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, dude. No, come on, buddy. Call 911. Hey, where's Mary Kate? She's right here. She's right here. She's right here. Stay down. Get on the ground. Please, God. Please, God. Please, God.
Is she talking? Yeah, right.
Oh, shit! Damn! I got Get him to where he's getting. Come on, get out of here. Yeah, go ahead.
This judge shut the Karen up in the best way possible.
Jan, ma'am, stop. I know you want to control this room, but this isn't Burger King. When the sign changes to Burger King, you can have it your way. Right now, this is my courtroom, and you will answer my questions. Stop. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury? Yes or no? Are you going to tell the truth? All right, I'll take that as silence. I understand her attorney is on here. Where is her attorney? Again, say anything again without telling me you're going to tell the truth, and I will hold you in contempt of court for 9.
This Karen was pissed after her lawyer refused to work with her anymore.
Out, and I believe that God obviously believes in me as much as I do him in order for him to give me this very unique adventure that I am on, and I'm doing my best to let everyone know who I really am as opposed to the malicious that everyone thinks that I am. I don't feel that she can do that properly. I still always, the reason why I'm here is hope to hope that she will come in with a gentle, softer side and actually listen to what it is that I'm saying and see the bigger picture other than what's the one avenue that she keeps going down. There's other ways to win and more than one way. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do, but I'm not saying that I'm trying to remove her. I'm just trying to ask you, please, forgive me for having to ask you for this. If you could please let her know, please, to just be nice to me.
This Karen snaps at the judge because she doesn't want to pay the fines.
I have to get over $1,000.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you were
so-
told. Wait, you were told you could pay the fine before that May 24th date, and apparently you didn't.
I didn't have the money, Your Honor. I don't have the money. If I had the money, I would have been paid it and got it off of me. That's why I'm going to start making payments. That's why I came today to get the warrant and start making payments to get that off, because I cannot afford to keep getting arrested and paying all that money to get out of jail. I can't afford that. I'm trying to make this right. All of this happened during COVID. I lost my father during COVID. I lost my best friend during COVID.
Right, well, it's 2017.
Yeah.
Governor, why can't you just give the woman a PR bond and let her get in front of Judge Odette? It's his case. Let him deal with it.
Then she should go over there now and let him deal with it.
Have $25. Are you gonna put her in jail over $25?
No, it's $250. That's what the warrant says.
You
She didn't show up.
10%.
Listen.
She doesn't have the 10%.
I mean, this is not a scab that should be picked at, because I'm looking now and seeing as she blew off sentencing in 17, got a bench warrant then.
I spent time in jail for all of that, Your Honor. I've been to jail for this 3 times. I had been to jail for this. I did 20 days for this.
Yeah, but you owe, listen, whatever property you destroyed.
And that's when they gave me the big fine. I wasn't able to pay the fine. I don't have $1,000.
Looks like they applied the money that you posted on that bond towards restitution of whatever you destroyed.
No, they're not, because I'm sorry, they're still saying that I owe. If they are applying it, they're still saying that I owe the same amount. It's even more now than then. It was 800 and something then. It's over 1,000 and something now.
This Karen tries to lecture the judge as if he's some restaurant employee.
I'm not doing it, and you cannot force me to do it. You cannot physically make me go and show up and partake in anything that I do not want to partake in. Yes or no? Do you agree or not agree?
You don't get to ask me questions right now. I'm asking your position.
That's my response to you. Okay. You will not get any. I'm not doing a psych eval, and you cannot make it mandatory.
Interesting. In terms of the motion to compel, where they're talking about discovery, what's your response to their motion to compel?
Have you read their discovery? When are you going to view my videos?
Ma'am, you need to answer my question.
I answered your goddamn question.
All right. So I'm going to warn you that it is completely inappropriate to swear like that in court. You need to take yourself, you need to put yourself back on camera. Thank you. I'm not going to allow that. So if you do that again, I'm going to sanction you $100 for every time that you swear in court, because that's not appropriate. You just need to not do it. You can answer the question and be respectful to Ms. Kimball and to the court. And I'm not going to tell you how to answer, but you can just say whether or not you're in agreement with something.
This Kevin flips out on the judge and immediately regrets it.
Brian Noval. In jail. Sir, you were charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, domestic violence battery. The court finds probable cause of their priors on what is this case? Okay, what's that case for? What's the case number? What are they?
Daniel Duville.
Got it. So it says he went after somebody with a knife. Apparently, it looks like from the police report he was trying to snort or smoke some. I didn't know. How do you smoke prescription medication? Is that when you grind it up and you put it in a pipe?
Yes,
I think that's it. I think you grind up oxycodones and you.
Never heard of someone smoking for the.
It says it right here. It said he was trying to smoke his.
I had an argument with my father, and there was no weapon involved.
All right. Well, whatever. Okay. Based on the facts of the case, going after someone with a knife, court finds there is a danger to the victim. Court's going to set count 1 at $10,000. Count 2, court's going to set that bond at $10,000. Court's going to order he has no direct or indirect contact with Jesus Noval. No direct or indirect contact. Must stay 500 feet away from him at all times. I'm going to order that he's not in possession of any weapons, firearms, or ammunition. Court's also going to revoke his bond on 098502 CF10. You're going to be held no bond, sir, until further order of the court. Thank you.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, I'm not kidding you. That's the truth. You're not going anywhere. That's the truth. All right, thanks. All right, Suzanne
My
Walt.
charge was battery.
Oh, wow, I know, man. But that's the way life is. What did he say? Oh, whoa, whoa. Bring him back. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bring that guy back. Bring him back. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, bring that guy back.
You want him back, Joe?
Yeah, I want him back right now.
That wasn't good, but
So what did you just say when you walked away?
I called you a because you're... That's
Did
not
you?
the charges I had yesterday.
Okay, hold on a second,
I had
sir.
a battery charge.
Sir, this court is inclined to hold you in contempt of court, and I want to know from you, give me a reason why I should not hold you in contempt of court.
I don't see a reason why you shouldn't, because there's not a reason this should be here.
Okay, sir, I find you in contempt of court for using that type of language with the court you just used, and before I pass sentence on you, I'm going to ask you if you have anything to say before I pass sentence.
I apologize, I was out of line. I'm just upset because this is not what I was charged with yesterday.
Okay,
I
sir.
was charged with the battery.
I accept your apology, and I will sentence you to 60 days in the Broward County Jail. Thank you.
Can I take the back in?
All right, sir, hold it. Come on back. Come on back, sir. Sir, I'm inclined to hold you in contempt of court again. Would you like to tell me why I should not hold you in contempt of court for the last thing you just said?
I asked if you're allowed to do that for me.
All right, sir. I find you in contempt of court for the second time you said that. Do you have anything else you'd like to say in mitigation of the second sentence I'm about to hand down?
I was just asking my attorney if he can do that.
All right, sir, you have nothing. I'm going to send you to another 60 days to run consecutive to the prior 60 days. So now you're up to 120 days in the Broward County Jail. Do you have anything else you'd like to say?
Nah.
All right, sir, thank you very much. You're done.
I didn't even know you can do that.
All right, thank you.
The judge.
Let's keep talking.
All right, I think you should move along. So it's going to be 60 plus 60, okay, to run consecutive. Thank you.
He's got no bond.
Yeah, I'm sure he was addressing his attorney out loud in front of the microphone in front of the court. I think he's a smart. I think he's a smart. No, that's no big deal. But I think he needed to have a message that he can't do that in the courtroom. All right.
The judge, even when the judge had called for an early lunch break.
Mr. Brooks has a direct role in that causation.
And that's
Furthermore,
I object to that.
I'm not
because that's a lie.
Let him
Because at the end of the day,
Let him finish.
If we're gonna open the door
Mr.
on that, no,
Brooks.
since he want to make a record and not be accurate, so let's be accurate on the record. Since you think you know so much,
Once
so
again,
we can
Mr.
open the
Brooks
door
is
on.
being
We can
loud,
open the door on how old she told me she was when we
interrupting.
met. We can ask that question
He is
too. Then
over the
Did you
top
ask that?
animated
Do you
right
know
now.
that?
Mr. Brooks, I'm ordering you to sit down and to let the state
No,
finish.
no, I'm not going to sit here and let somebody be inaccurate on the record and lie on the record.
Right. Under Illinois versus Allen, I've warned him repeatedly. He's being removed from the courtroom. And you know what? Let me dial that back. We're just going to take an early lunch, 1 hour. We'll be back. And unless he brings that letter,
And he can show it is inadmissible, she will not be questioned, and under 90611, I will declare the cross-examination closed. Thank you, we're in recess, 1 hour.
Get your facts straight. So let's open the door on all of it then, so we can get all of it on the record. Since you think you know so much. Did you know
This judge called this Karen's bluff instantly.
Student. So you don't have the money. Where is she supposed to get it?
She should not have took the risk of letting me use her name.
What's that?
She should not let me use her name.
Oh, she knew I was a dumb, stupid bunny, so she shouldn't have tried to help me out, because she should have known I'd act like a stupid ignoramus.
No, it was not that. I was paying the bill until my meter was in my next door neighbor's gate, and it was locked where he couldn't get into it.
That's a crime, by the way. It's a felony in your state, and considering the amount that's on this bill, you can go to jail for that one. I guess that would take care of your personal needs, since that's all you seem to think of is you personally. What about this coat?
I got drunk one night. Okay. And I invited her over. We were on talking terms a few months prior to the DTE bill. We started talking, and a coat came up missing of mine. So I immediately accused her of doing it.
You accused your sister of stealing your coat.
Over because I thought she took it over the DTE bill, and it came out to be not her.
So
I apologized,
but I'm still on bad terms with her because I got mad at her because I in error thought she stole my coat.
I thought she thought who took it, and then she wants to hold it against me.
How much is 2 times 2?
4.
Okay, what's 1/2 of 4?
1.5 or 2.5. I'm not stupid.
2.5.
Man, you're working my nerves. You're working my nerves, man. Get a good laugh there. Go ahead. What does math have to do with what we're here? Nothing.
It has to do with your ability to engage in logical, reasonable, and rational thought and comport yourself accordingly. Since obviously your cognitive abilities, not your skills, are suspect, maybe I can't hold you to that standard. That any intelligent, reasonable, logical person would find that your position is absolutely atrociously ridiculous and wrong. But obviously, since you have some challenges to being able to wrap your mind about those concepts, maybe I shouldn't hold it against you. And by the way, if you're that dumb, why don't you stop having more kids out of wedlock you can't support, so we don't have any more
and we're not here
big
for math.
dummies running around being a big dummy like you.
I'm not no big dummy.
You've already proved it. I'm not no big dummy.
No, I'm not.
What's math have to do with it?
Exactly. What does math have to do with why we're here? We're not here to take a GED test.
Because you can't add up what's going on here. You don't get.
All right, can we get back in with the case?
Oh, and you got a bad, nasty temper, too. Come on. Well, at least you can be polite and sweet about it. If you're dumb, I mean, the dummies get back and at least try to be quiet so they don't get in anybody's way. Dumb.
Oh, yes, I am.
Violently wrong. Yeah, I agree with you.
I agree with you, too, sir.
We'll be right back with Judge Joe Brown.
Because you're so bloody obnoxious.
Everyone pick me on American Funniest Videos.
Well, you might make it.
And later today,
this judge shut down this Kevin's nonsense and told him that he could not represent the defendant.
All right. Well, I find that Matthew Neal Aldridge has failed to appear in personally in this court for the plea day on his case, which is set for trial tomorrow. And as a result, you have no standing, sir, under what I know what you're trying to do is to try to use the sovereign citizen approach to this situation. And I'm simply telling you that you do not have the right to represent Matthew Neal Aldridge. If you are, in fact, Matthew Neal Aldridge, then you need to say so and stop this nonsense, because that what you're attempting to do has no legal effect. You cannot challenge the criminal law or the jurisdiction of this court by simply filing some legal mumbo jumbo having to do with civil litigation. That has civil litigation in it. It is not a criminal case that you have cited. So it has no effect on this court regarding the criminal statutes of this court. This court is empowered under the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the state of Tennessee and by the duly elected citizens of Cheatham County to empower and enforce the laws of the state of Tennessee. And that is what I'm going to do regarding Matthew Lynn Aldridge. Mr. Aldridge is set for today to appear in court personally on what we call our last plea day before his trial date tomorrow. Is that an article pre-trial? To what?
Would that be an article pre-trial? A trial by jury with jury?
It would be a trial by jury, certainly it would be. But I don't know who you are. And I don't think you have any authority if you are not Matthew Lynn Aldridge to appear before this court. And you're wasting valuable time to all of these other citizens who are here today. So when I'm talking, you stop talking. No, you will when I'm finished talking. You are wasting the court's time by doing this, and I'm just simply instructing you that if you are in fact Matthew Lynn Aldridge, then this is your last day to settle your case. The trial date is set for tomorrow, and unfortunately it will not go forward because of the fact that I have a conflict and I have to be in Stewart County on a civil matter. So we're going to assign a new trial date for Matthew Lynn Aldridge. Now,
this Kevin threatens the judge, and he doesn't take it too well.
President, he's under oath from the start of the trial.
No, I'm not. I'm not under oath.
All right, raise your right hand. I'm going to swear you in.
You solemnly swear? I'm not under oath.
Raise your right hand, please.
That's your bad finger. I didn't appreciate that. But go ahead. I'm going to swear you in.
Still going to threaten me like you did the other day?
You solemnly swear?
Threaten you to participate here?
No, you threatened my life the other day.
Thank you.
I am not under oath. This is being done unconstitutionally. Y'all took my kids unrightfully. You won't allow my witnesses here. You won't allow my paperwork. Y'all took all my court paperwork. And when they all come in here, I'm going to say the same thing. So let's bring them in. Quit wasting my time and bring them in so I can tell them the same thing. Quit wasting my time and bring them in.
Holly, make sure you take down what I say. He was sworn in.
No, I was not sworn in.
Yes,
I've never been sworn in this court. Bring the camera back. He's making this up.
He's representing.
He is making this up. I was never sworn in. I have not been sworn in at all. You're a liar.
Thank you very much, sir. That being said, we're ready to go ahead and proceed with.
No, we are not.
So that being said, number one, I need to know whether or not you want to be here during the trial process.
No.
All right. Do you want to testify though?
No, I don't. This is all being done unconstitutionally, unrightfully. Y'all are you ain't allowing my evidence. You ain't allowing my people.
We haven't started the trial yet.
It doesn't matter. You still deny it.
Denied what?
Everything that I've asked. Every motion I put up, you've denied everything. You wouldn't even look at my first two motions.
I've looked at everything.
And I came here respectfully before you even started acting like a little rich.
This Kevin lawyer showed up to the court drunk and started babbling.
Outside the presence of the jury panel, defendant is here. He's in custody. Mr. Caramango, I want to address you first because it's my understanding you might have some problems this morning.
Judge, I was heading east on Sahara Drive and I was rear-ended and my car was undrivable. A good Samaritan drove me to the courthouse.
Who? Just someone picked you up and drove you here?
A good Samaritan, who's a Las Vegas local, drove me to the courthouse. And his name is Chris. And I apologize, Your Honor. I left my house at 9 o'clock this morning. And I was rear-ended. The person who hit me took off. And
A hit and run?
It was a hit and run, Your Honor.
You called the police, obviously.
I did not, Your Honor. I'm not in favor of dialing 911. So,
even when you're the victim of a hit and run?
Philosophically, Judge, I never call the police.
Because?
My car is on Rancho west of Sahara with the flashers on, with much body damage. It's a 2006 Audi, and here I am. And I asked my office to call the court to let them know it's going to be late.
No, we did get that phone call.
I apologize, Your Honor.
So I'm just a little concerned. So your car is just there on Rancho, west of Sahara, in the in the lane? Did you pull?
It's in a turning lane, Judge. Someone was kind enough to pull up and push me into the turning lane, and it's there as we speak.
And the person that rear-ended you went around you and took off?
Yes, ma'am.
No license, nothing?
I didn't get it, Your Honor.
And
It's a pretty hard hit, and
right, because you don't look, I'm going to tell you, be honest with you, you don't look right this morning. That's why I'm concerned.
Judge, my neck and my back is killing me. But I'm ready to go forward.
You don't think you need medical attention?
I think I do. I think I do, Your Honor. But
Okay, well, how about I have the courthouse nurse at least come up and take a look at you?
Judge,
You a fan of
I'm
that?
willing to play hurt.
Pardon?
I'm willing to play hurt.
Well, that's the only problem with that is that sometimes that creates problems in trials.
I understand, Your Honor.
I'm not willing to play hurt. I want to be 100%, because that's not
I
fair
do
to
as well,
you.
Judge.
And it's not fair to your client if you're not 100%. And I'm telling you, my observations of you are,
I may have suffered a concussion, Your Honor.
then for sure, if you think you hit your head,
Judge, I
So
know
not only
I
did you
had a
not
serious
come-
whiplash, and the driver that hit me took off. But I feel like I'm able to go forward.
and you feel like you suffered a concussion
Yes, Your Honor.
because you hit your head,
Because of the whiplash, Your Honor. I've had multiple concussions before, and I feel like I may have suffered another concussion.
you've had multiple concussions.
Yes, Your Honor. I
Because-
played professional ice hockey, and I also played college
Oh.
football.
Okay, so you know
So
what
I'm-
it feels like.
Yeah, my head has been the subject of many severe contacts, but I feel like I can go forward.
Okay, well, you just made a real great record for ineffective
No,
assistance of
Your
counsel.
Honor, I don't mean to make.
You know what, can I just see
I just-
everybody back in chambers?
This Kevin pastor admits to using donation money to buy himself fancy stuff.
Okay, then.
And this is not the first one the ministry has had. We
Oh,
had
not the
another
first.
Mercedes limousine. Yes, right. So
So you paid Limo Land almost $50,000 total,
almost 50,000
and that was
To cut
for what? To make a limo.
to cut the Mercedes into a limo.
And you
it
think that
became-
was a good use of the money that people donated to you in JMMI?
Well, I mean, the banks certainly have looked at that on our books as good because it has an appraisal value of almost 200K, a little over 150,000.
So, but you got this from donations, and you decided to use it to make a limo.
We really invested really good. The banks
No, I'm
really
just
think
asking
that.
if that's what you did.
No, not the way you're saying it. It's you're fortifying, forging.
I'm forging?
With your mouth,
Then
yeah.
just the question is,
Okay.
did you use the money for the purpose?
No.
The answer is yes.